Right, here it is. This is the motor that come out of Jimmy's 55. It was a 388, which is a 60 over 350 block with 400 crank and special pistons for a 5.7 rod. But it smoked real bad in his car, so he got rid of it. Bought a new one, so he gave me this one in exchange for doing all the work to his car. So I'm gonna hone it, re-ring it, re-bearing it, put a different crank in it. This is going in the 74. So with a 2-valve relief, them pistons are 10 1/4 to 1. I'm running a 15,000 head gasket and a 64cc head. Compression be about 11.5 to 1. And what I got in the 74 right now is a, at best, 9 to 1 350. So with junk heads on it. I mean, they're not junk heads, they just don't flow that well. So fixing to hone it and jump on it and get it fixed. Nothing, ain't going to no machine shop. Be built right here on the porch like everything else was ever done. But the bright side of this one is, this is probably the cleanest, nicest block I've ever had. Most of the time when I get a block, all rusted, cylinders are rusted. I mean, there's rust everywhere. This one is pristine, man. Very little work at all. Gonna have my tunnel ram and everything on it. 100 shot of nitrous on the dual carburetor nitrous plates. So she ought to run real good with this, or good enough. Have some torque. Man, it looks good compared to what it was. My God, this thing works. Oh, this motor's gonna be so good. Yes. Very nice. Honing it, and check this out, man. She's cleaning up so good. Look at that. Coming along. Got all the old bearings out, the mains. There it is. Bottom end. Well, the crank at least goes smooth. Just gotta get my rings. Alright, whatever the rings and the rod bearings get here, I'll put them in. But crank's in, timing gear's on. Alright, here's the truck that I converted from throttle body over to carbureted and all that stuff. He's still got to get valve covers and still got to tidy everything up, which is what I'm working on right now. Here's this. I'm going to climb in here and start it because I know people wanted to hear it run. Fires right up. It's got a stock cam in it. I mean, it fires right up. Good oil pressure. He painted the headers. All that's probably gonna burn off. Transmission works. It jumps right in gear. So this has just got a little fine tuning on it. All right, I got the Patronic system working. I had to use a different distributor just to test it. Let's see if I can show you how to do this. You just wire it up like you would in the car. 12 volts going to the coil, and then 12 volts going to the module inside the distributor. You got a ground wire. This, I believe, is the problem. What was the problem with this distributor? So much crap on it and so much gunk and paint that it wasn't grounded to the block. So, see if I can put this camera up where you can see. I ain't got my regular video camera. I left it sitting at the house, so this will just have to do. Maybe you can at least see or hear the spark. Alright, so ground this. As I rotate around number 1. Basically, you rotate the shaft around and it comes to number 1 and fires a plug. So now that I know the Petronix is working, I'm going to put the Petronix on this one and see if I can get it to work. I run a ground, this internal ground, to that plate that the module connects to. I'm going to run that straight to the frame somewhere so it has a real good ground. That was a problem, I would assume. See, she sparks. Working on the Pontiac. I got the distributor sparking and everything. I just can't get fire. It's like you hook a battery up and you crank it and the voltage goes from 12 down to 8. It's just too weak a voltage to fire off that. It's kind of like MSD where it won't run unless it's got 12 volts. So probably what's going to happen is I'm going to have to jack this thing up and track all the wiring and get good, put new terminals on for the battery, run all the way up to the starter to replace the starter, and then should spin over fast enough to actually spark. It's just, it's too weak a voltage, man. It's just weak. I wish so bad I could get this in the fire off. But I don't know. We'll get some more parts and see what that does. Alright, Dave, I got your headlights working. Comes across. Here's your power switch on, off. The wiring's tucked underneath the frame. So it comes out down there and goes into the frame, runs through the frame, up to the front here, through to this, to that. And I just got these zip tied up here because until you put the front of the truck on, your headlights have nowhere to mount. So I just got them zip tied up there so you could see that they work. So let's flip the power on. Alright, power's on. Now we flip the switch. I don't know if you can see the light. See? On. And there you go. Headlights. Kill them. Flip the switch. And they're off. Kill the power. So, there you go. Headlights. Alright, well, I'm fixing to head over to Jerry Stewart's pinstripe his 32 coupe. He wants a little deuce coupe on the back of it and some pinstripe and stuff, so I'm sure it's pretty cool. Well, my hood's white. No one had any black, so. Alright, well, made over here at Jerry's. This little 32 coupe's inside.
I wrote it on that piece of paper and took a picture. I'd spell check it first.
Well, awesome. Alright, I got Jerry's car pinstriped up, nothing crazy, just a little something. Ties into the side. This is a little 32, little deuce coupe.
And right inside there is.
What?
You. This is you. Some more your work.
Oh, Stone Woods and Cook. Yeah, I did this a while back. I don't know if I ever filmed this on YouTube or not. Might have.
Maybe you should.
Oh yeah, about the same color. That's cool. Yeah, I paid a lot of stuff for Jerry.
Over there in the corner. Like
Yeah,
that.
the double-sided rat feet. Mr. Horsepower sign did that. Hey, you want to see Jerry's racetrack? Which light is it? Is it this one?
This one.
Oh. He built all this. See, there's Calamity Jane and Bad Penny and everybody else's cars that we know. Robert Drury, Dave Cade. There's Cole's S10. Yeah, he built all this.
Jim, Dennis.
Yeah, Jimmy and Dennis.
Bob. And Reef.
Dustin, there you go, Dustin.
And Turkey's Nova.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Vega.
Vega. Yeah, he built all these little buildings and stuff. Jerry's retired now, so he gets bored easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made all this out of cardboard. That's cool. Uh-oh. There's the food tier. Yeah, see, here's the straps and stuff on the side, so we just did stuff to match that. Here, I did a little bit on the front. Nothing crazy, just enough. All right, everybody. Jason Saxon come down here, and here is the 454 block right here. He brought all the way down here. That's going in Bad Penny.
Bad Penny right there.
Yeah.
About a week, they'll be together.
How many hours does that drive? 3 hours? 2 hours? 2 hours? All the way down here.
Yeah, he come up here, bro. He's picking up some more stuff. This is his son. He come up here and see it. So he's a good boy.
He's going to be drag racing in a year and a half.
Won't be long.
Give or take.
Won't be long. He's got the itch.
But man, that is awesome. There it is. That's a big block for Bad Penny, folks.
He's a good man too. He's putting ads up. You know, some big block stuff there. Man, he's got
if you want to sell some.
Yeah, you want to sell some.
Yep.
Sell it and buy it.
Absolutely.
Well, the rat has arrived. There you go. Get the cheese.
Yeah, official. Look what good shape this is. I mean, unreal. I cannot believe it's in that good. I expect it to be all covered in rust, like, you know, the basic stuff we're used to.
Yeah.
Man.
We're not that right together.
Oh yeah. It won't be long.
That's awesome.
That is
Anyway,
awesome.
there you go.
Real as it gets. Real as it gets.
Good fella. He's helping us out of load. I don't know what to do for him. I got to do something.
He's making videos.
Well, that's what we sure will. Man, that is wild.
He's a good man. Genuine as they get.
It's crazy.
Yep.
There just ain't many people like that around no more.
There's still a lot of people around.
But not
We'll help each other out.
Going
The
on.
name of the game.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is that 850 we bought from Jimmy. He ran this on his 396 in the black Camaro, which was the fastest car around Nashville. So it ain't been run in many, many years. I actually got the ball loose. They were like literally like welded together. So I'm gonna pull it apart and run through it and set up the way I need it set up, and clean it and rebuild it and put on the S10. Oh yeah, I was bored this morning and started painting on the 74. I'm getting it clean, man. This is before they had non-stick gaskets. That sucker was welded. I mean, stuck. Check this out. See back here, there's a little hole in the high-speed air circuit with the high-speed air blades. That little hole. I bet this thing acted a little funny. I'm gonna see if I can get some JB Weld epoxy closed. Ain't too big of a deal. I can fix that thing. But so far so good. Everything's freed up. Got all the bores cleaned up. All that in there cleaned up. Got the base plate all cleaned and working. I just gotta adjust my T-slots and all that basic stuff. And I think I'm gonna go 86 primary block off power valve and maybe 88 or 89 secondary block off power valve. So it ought to run good. Alright, got the 850 done. I mean, it should be fine. Mix up some epoxy and plug that hole. So now I'm gonna stick it on S10. But got her done. Yep, all cleaned up. I didn't take it all the way down to the shininess. I wanted it to look like Jimmy's old carburetor. I didn't want it to be super shiny like I usually do. So awesome. All right, this is the carburetor we got from Jimmy. This carburetor sat on the shelf for 30 years. I thought it was about 15 years, but he told me the other day it was actually 30 years. And he ran it on his 396, his black car he outrun everybody with, and now it's back to life on the S10. And we're still fine-tuning it, but we got it dialed in pretty good. To see if it'll fire without giving any pump. That's with the baffles on it. So we pull them baffles off, it'll be able to breathe. You might need to go street dyno. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, making an air pan for the S10. I got my template made here. Yeah, see, make a template. There's my center of the carburetor. And I don't have no sheet metal, so I'm going to cut it out of this. See, I laid it on the spray paint for a line. So, should work. 5 minutes later, cut, boom, there it is. Now we're going to test fit this on the S10 after we stick rags down the carburetor. And then we'll mark for the center and cut the hole out for the center. Cutting out the hole for the center of the carburetor. We just score it around, and we cut it like a piece of pizza in triangles, and then wiggle it back and forth and it breaks loose. See? Because we scored it, we flex it back and forth, then it breaks off. Oh. Look how round. Not bad. No tools.
Yeah.
Alright, we got a fit. That's one of them little plastic spacers. Boom. Push it down. Let's see that wire brush.
Check out the cutting wheel over there and the wire brush. Yeah, we don't get the good out of shit. There's a cutting wheel right there, boys.
It was a cutting wheel and that was a wire brush.
Yeah. We got another one like this too. I might have to use it.
Arbor fart.
Throttle going clear.
We're going to drill that other hole out like we normally do and move it down.
Yeah, it's usually down low.
Yeah.
Alright, well I guess let's set the front on and see if it clears. We still got to go get the foam and brace this thing up around the edges with some real thin aluminum. But it will have an air pan, official. I went to Foam and Fabric and got some foam. And to Lowe's and got some aluminum to brace this thing around. Pop rivet it. It's good and stable now. So, cool.
Oh yeah.
Air pan. Alright. We were painting it, but the paint didn't want to stick, so we're just gluing this down and we'll paint it later. Putting down the foam. For the air pan. Because race truck. Alright, here's an air pan. Yes, it is a very large air pan because this is a very large hole in this very large scoop. So it's the only way we could get it to seal. So the front end sits right down on it. And it seals up. See that big hole? I guess you can't, it's too dark. Hold on, let this thing focus. Alright, see that big hole? That's why that air pan's so big. Because it has to seal. Hopefully it seals up there in the front where that little notch is.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll have too much pressure on it not to.
Yeah. Well,
We
cool.
won't put this on it till it
Till
dries.
tomorrow. When it's dry. Alright, now we gotta clean up a mess. But
The work part.
there it is. It looks cool. Man, I think when I paint it, I ought to like letter it up or do something crazy pinstripe, something cool on it.
I don't care. Do whatever you want.
I think that would be cool. That way when the front end's off, people walking by, they can have a look. You're like, oh, what's this? Man, that's cool. Oh, you could paint like a rat fink and this could be his butthole. Butt cheeks. But, alright, time to clean up. Yes, of course, it's raining and it's cold. But, there it is. It's on there, get the bracket. We'll run the velocity stack on top of it too. But you want to set it on so everybody can see how it seals underneath. So you set it down and it seals the hole up on that. See that? The foam seals around and keeps hot air from getting to the carburetor. Which in turn makes for more horsepower. So, air pan done. We started out, we was going to glass in the scoop, ended up making an air pan.
Yep.
So we'll glass in the scoop later. Alright, let's clean this stuff up.